Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Kevin Chan channel here. And today we're gonna go through the Feng Shui distribution for the month of December. And
here
yes,
with my new hat.
and he appeared with his new hat. This is Prince. Right now on holiday already. No school until January, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who's this? Who's this on the hat?
Toothless.
And you are?
Handsome.
No, you are gutless.
Yes.
So later daddy bring you for breakfast, okay? Right, so we are right now in the month of December, which is what we call a celebrative month. Nobody want to do anything in this particular month. That's the normal thingy, right? So the month of the rats begin at 7 December. So right now we are still on the month of the pig, right? So it's still the piggy month. This month a bit special on here because this month the Flying Star distribution is the same as next year Flying Star distribution. So if you want to feel, sniff, have the taste of the 2026, this month, enjoy yourself, right? Enjoy yourself this month, you will know, right? Those people, oh yo, my house door is in this direction. How is my next year gonna be? This month is gonna be next year. Okay, right. So a little bit of a news. All the Chinese tourists is coming to Malaysia. Because why? They got nowhere else to go. Right. So Japan basically make a major mistake, so they are not going to Japan already. Vietnam, they got visa issue, not very friend with Vietnam, can't go Vietnam. Right. So now Thailand is halfway underwater, so no one dare to go Thailand. Right. Indonesia also seems to be going down as well, right? So also no one dares to go Indonesia right now. So all in all, if you take a look at Malaysia and Singapore, but Singapore got limited place to stand, right? So Malaysia seems to be the end beneficiary of the influx of what we call Chinese tourists. Right, so for those of you who are in the tourism industry or have a business that has to do with tourist related, hopefully you are able to cater to the capacity and don't complain. Oh, I lost out. No. All right. So morning to everybody. First, I can see Peter Xia is here, Pepper is around, Jocelyn is around, Manuel is around, Sabrina, Kelvin, Winnie is around, Stuart is around, Chang is around. How you guys all doing? Right, hopefully you guys are enjoying. No rain today here at least. Right, at least here today no rain. Look like who has rain? Pepui there maybe got rain. She got the rain icon there. Right. So, but anyway, let's move into look at the energy of the 2025 month of the rat, December, which is gonna start in a few days. Right. Shrink myself down to the smaller version. Right. So the shrinky version. Right, like usual. Telegram, good way for you to get in touch with me, right? So for those of you who have signed up for the 2026 quick guide, everyone done already, everyone that is inside the list done already. If you have not received your quick guide, Telegram me, please. Right, whatever that's on the list, completed. Okay, if you're not receive it, time for you to get in touch with me. So then there's the newsletter. If you're lazy, don't want to open apps, you can put your name into the newsletter. The newsletter will send out any pre-published stuff that I've written. It will send out there. And there is the community channel, right? So this community channel is basically for fellow practitioners to come together, have some discussion. You got stuff that you want to ask and see what other people, right? So this is also a channel, whereby we try to have some gathering together. Right? So the other day we just completed one gathering with the post-tribe gathering itself, right? So we sit down, we have a bit of a discussion, we learn a little bit about the achievement date selection, right? So coming, I think there's another FSA coming up, right? So on the month of January, so we will also be organizing another gathering. So for those of you who wanna come and join a gathering, if you are coming to Malaysia for the FSA, so you wanna have a chit chat with the people. We also gonna organize one gathering itself. Right? So wait for the announcement. All right, come. Let's take a look. Activation. Feng Shui activation is very easy. It just basically is exciting the energy of the sector inside your house. And so 3 activity very easy to do. One is really physically putting yourself in the energy zone to do your work so that the energy can, benefit you. If not, you excite it using external factor, fire or water. Right? So this is a 1-month activation. Usually, you will only leave it there for about 2 weeks, just to supplement or engage with the activity that you're going to be performing. So if you're not going to perform any activity, forget about doing any activation. Right? Activation is not a magical thing where someone else needs to do the work for you. There's no such thing. Right? So please don't. All right. So it's you have an activity and this is the energy that you need that matches the activity. You activate the activity cause you to be much more smoother. So a lot of time I say feng shui is like hitting the turbo button. If your car is not moving, the turbo button is not gonna help you. If your car is not in the right direction, the turbo button is not gonna help you. Right? The turbo button only is useful when your car is moving and is in the correct direction. Then you hit the turbo button, then it works. If not, you're just gonna get yourself, into trouble. All right, come, let's take a look at it, right? So every month the energy shift, right? So this is called the flying star system. As the name suggests, the star flies, right? So through a what we call a path, right? So you can go and learn how the path work, right? So now and then you can plot it on your own, right? So again, right? I don't really say that you must follow this. It's just that the convenience is because I'm doing it for myself, right? So I'm doing the activation for myself, right? So that's why I may as well just publish whatever that I do for myself. So to look at this particular chart is a combination between the annual energy and also the month energy. So if you are practicing different school, a lot of them practice only having the month energy, so they don't take into consideration of the annual energy. Right, the small number is the annual energy for 2025. The big number is the annual energy for the month. Right, so in understanding the energy configuration is basically understanding the interaction between the two energies. So it's like which energy is layered on top of which energy itself. So next year the annual energy will redistribute into the new configuration, which the number distribution is the same as this month. So AKA mean the southeast you will have the star number 9 there for the entire year. The south you have star number 5 there for the entire year. The southwest the star number 7 for the entire year as such. Right? So then you will have different components. So can you see that every single year is basically unique? Right? With the combination of the energy every year is basically a unique year. So we use this to roughly gauge how is it in different area of our life, how does this energy gonna affect us. So when we talk about different area of our life, specifically in your house, we are targeting things like your door, which is your economic, what govern your economic outcome. So we will try to see that our door is in which sector of the house. So everybody door different sector, so you get different effect. Right, so we see the door, which is your economic outlook, then your room is your relationship outlook, which generally will control how your temperament is going to be going for the entire year. Then the kitchen is basically your health, right? So your health there will govern your overall capacity. The door govern your overall opportunity, right? So then there is of course the workroom, right? So the workroom is basically has to do with your skill set development. So this 4 is what we call important in a year. So we want to identify, okay, that sector right now is affected by what sort of energy. If the energy is not that good, you move yourself away from that sector, that's it. Right? So there's no such thing as, I wanna, the energy is energy, right? So it doesn't care what you wanna, right? So moving yourself away is the fastest way to do so, right? So it's like some place is having a traffic jam, you just don't drive into the traffic jam zone, that's it, right? Very easy only, ma. So that's not possible for you to I still want to drive the traffic jam zone, but I want all the car to move away. It doesn't work that way, right? Energy don't care about your predicament. Right, if an area or room covers several sectors, What do you mean by if an area or room covers several sector? Then move yourself to the sector that is not right. The room doesn't determine anything. Energy do not understand what the hell is a room. Okay, right? So energy is basically four walls and how they capture. So how you sector the room in between, the energy don't really care too much. Okay, right? So and please, the line between separation of the two energy, there's actually no line. Okay, right? You go to that particular sector as in roughly can already. All right, so yeah, 45 degrees is a very big, south is a 45 degree. 45 degrees is a very huge sector. Don't tell me you cannot get yourself into a 45 degree. All right, cool. Right, so come, let's take a look. Right, so it's gonna be red. Red is in the north, so we will start off the entire thing to look at the north side. Right, so let's take a look at the energy inside the north. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Right, so the north, the combination of the energy is there's 6 and also 7 combination. So both of them are metal energy. Right, so for those of you who doesn't know, you can go back and watch the video that talks about each of the flying star numbers. So we are essentially using the flying star system here, right? So the what we call the explanation is going to be flying star centric, right? So no, we're not using any other system. Please don't try to drag in any other system. So some people will come in, but that is my trial and tribulation sector. I don't care about your trial tribulation sector. Okay, right? Flying star got no trial and tribulations. Please. Right, so star number 6. So star number 6 is generally what we call the leadership star. So and star number 7 is the crook and bandit. Right, the story is like this, right? So fix 6 and 7 both is basically what we call metal energy. But how come it's different? So metal, there is the winner and also the loser. So the winner is basically what we call the leader, right? So the big sword lah, right? So and then the 7 is the loser lor. Right, when you fight, right, when you lose, right, what do? You beg for mercy. That's why star number 7 is the star of communication eloquency. So in the olden days, star number 7 is the one that does all the sneaky thing. Right, so this is like somebody holding two swords, big sword and small sword. So they say that this is the short star, what we call formation. So in the olden days, it's not good one. I just tell you in the olden days. But today, when we are in the modern, you actually understand why it is not good first. Right? So this is like a warrior holding two swords, long sword, short sword. Right? Normal fighting can, close up also. Okay, it's actually nothing wrong with doing that. But here's the thing: for you to use both the sword, which means that you need to know both the technique very well. So it's not easy lah. Right? It's basically not easy to handle so much what we call killing. Right? So much sha in it, right? So and plus right now you're in the North Palace. The North Palace is water. Metal produce water. So this one amplify the entire killing intent. Right? Entire killing intent amplify, and this combination right now is gonna cause massive amount of collateral damage because water spread. Right, water spread, right? So this is like a warrior gone wild. Ronin, right? In Japan, is basically Ronin. So Ronin is a samurai that has lost the master. And so it's a masterless samurai, so they call it Ronin. Because when masterless already, it is not under control. So this is basically a palace whereby it's not under control. Right? Very strong aggression. Right? So now, is it useful? If you purposely want to be aggressive, then useful. Right, the hexagram is a thread hexagram, right? So thread hexagram always mean that there are something following or lingering. So that's why I say the collateral damage is very high. Right, so if you're gonna use this particular sector, then better make sure that you are able to pay for the collateral damage later. Right, so this is like staging a reward to take over the empire. Right, so if you succeed, then you'll become the leader. Even if you succeed when you become the leader, if you can attack your previous leader to take the position, what makes you think that the people under you will not attack? Yeah, right. So this is like last time Wu Zetian. You guys know Wu Zetian, right? The one and only female emperor, in the history of Chinese, right? So when she took over the empire, the repercussion is that she has to start killing everybody around her lah. Anybody that slightly threaten her position will get lobbed off, right? This sort of situation, right? So if you are really into the entire idea of, taking over something, you don't mind being aggressive and you don't mind all the repercussion that come, there's some people is like that. This one is appropriate, no? Okay? Right? So, but if you are the type that, let's be peaceful, kombawa, let's be friend, then do not touch this particular area for the month. That's it. Very simple, isn't it? Right? Not very difficult. Just avoid touching this particular place, right? So if you are, let's say that, but my door is at the north, and then you know that this particular month you would be involved a lot with this sort of drama. Then you be smart lah. You don't get involved, lor. That's all anymore. Right? So you yourself know lah. I'm affected by this particular energy. So which means that this particular month, I know that I'm a bit more trigger happy than usual. If that's the case, keep your gun in the locker. That's it. Not too difficult, all right? Right, so come, let's go in and there, right? So let's talk about the northwest sector, around northwest sector, right? So the star number 2 is the star of mother, right? So it's basically the star of mom, right? So it's together with the star number 3. The star number 3 is the eldest son. So this one is a situation, it's like going back home lah, because the energy is a returning energy lah. Go gym, do more. Can go gym, do more. Star number 6 go gym. Star number 6 usually is not very gym centric. Or star number 3 is more gym centric. Star number 3 usually, right? So now returning, right? So the hexagram is returning. This is like a son return back to the mother side, to get some what we call a protection, right? So the original tree number 2 is a seed that is under the sand, right? Before the seed grow into that big huge tree, star number 3 is basically a big huge tree, right? So it is protected by the soil until it is able to grow, right? So it's that particular situation, right? So this one I say that, it is good for you to search back your root, right? So, and now is holiday season, go back to where you all began and, reminiscence on, what actually pushed you into this particular journey. Hopefully that particular entire process will reinvigorate your energy and also your momentum to go forward. Make sense, right? Slightly quite okay, right? So if you are looking for that, so this one is good for what we call human development. Human development means that skill set, finding succession, this sort of stuff. Human development are pretty good. So if you're in the training and development industry, then this would be an appropriate energy for you to activate, so that people will see you as somebody who is able to nurture and develop people, right? So if you are the training and development director of the company, so if you want to initiate that your company to go through an entire process of, again, training, development, this sort of, personal development June, right? So yeah, no, you can activate this inside your office, right? And by the way, it's December anyway. It's December for you to good that, you do this so that January you have the funding. Right, so if that's not a situation, right? If that is what you are looking for, right? So going back to, you can say this is going back to nature as well. Right? So going back to nature is to discover the origin purpose of whatever that you are currently doing. Some people are lost, they need this, right? So they need to go back, to reminiscence on why they started this particular journey, right? So especially maybe those people who like right now, my daughter finished her SPM, not finished yet, after SPM already, right? So now you start to question, what's the purpose of my life, right? Because right now daughter, is considered grown up already, it's, off to her she's off to her, planning for her, college life. It's like, oh, father no function already, the girl don't want you anymore. If you are in this sort of situation, maybe you want to activate this energy, right? So that, you will be able to go back to the origin of, why you started the entire thing and find the strength to move on or continue. That makes sense, right? So if you want those type of scenario, activate this energy. If you do not want those type of scenario, don't activate this sort of energy. That's it only. It's that easy. But now this one you can go for your gym. This one is very good. You see the hexagram also is a consistency hexagram. Right, so now people go to gym, people go to gym, things like, it's like taking a pill. Taking a pill, it's like, I take a pill, then I got effect. Gym doesn't work that way. Gym is basically just consistency. It's about how you strategically damage your body so that your body go through a process of rebuilding, healing, and hence increase in strength, right? So it's basically the star number 3. So the star number 3, star number 4, a lot of time I explain to people, it is basically the two major branches of what we call academic, right? So there are two branches. One is your pure academic, another one is basically the fighting academic. So in the olden day, it's called Man Mo Gun. Man Gun is the academic guy, Mo Gun is basically the fighting guy. So there are two school of work. So right now is the academic versus the vocational people. Right, the star number 3 is the vocational. So right now, a lot of time is the sports, the co-curriculum is basically star number 3. Right? So star number 3 is in charge of the physical prowess, physical fighting. Right, so if that is what, right? So like the 3-4 combination is called Man Mo Xiong Qu. It is very good for personal growth. Right, you're very good for personal growth. This one very good for training purpose. Right? So personal growth, training purpose, that is what you are looking for. Then this is what you want, right? So in the olden day, we take a look at this, from the negative perspective, this is somebody smart who purposely go and find things to argue. Right, it also teaches you how to argue, right? So if you're a debater, perfect. Right, you're a debater, perfect. If you're a lawyer trying to drag the case so that you can earn a few more court session money, perfect. Right, general circumstances, I wouldn't be using this unless you are specifically sportsman, specifically a debater, right? Specifically, somebody is in the development line. If not, you activate this, you're gonna go into a unending sequence of argument with people that has zero purpose. Right? Zero purpose argument. Consistency means that you just argue for the fun of it. In the end, you don't get anything. You just lose. Right? Too lazy to take action can activate this sector to get things done. No. If you want to take action, star number 6 is a better action propelling star than star number 3. Star number 3 is a consistency pushing star. So in the olden day, this is soldier. Star number 3 is basically a soldier star. So soldiers' job is to march from point A to point B and do whatever. So they need very strong consistency. Right, so the more they battle, the better they become, right? So that basically signal growth. So it's like a tree lah, right? So it's basically a tree lah. Right? So slowly grow, become bigger and strong. That's star number 3. Right? So if you happen to be in the gym industry, you happen to be in the personal training industry, you happen to be in the debating industry, you happen to be in all these particular industry whereby the more you practice, the better you become. This is the energy that you want. Right, the court judge calendar don't have dates for next hearing or too many cases. Not necessarily lawyer want to delay. Trust me lah, it is. The court system it's really not about getting the case. Unfortunately. All right, so come. Let's go and take a look at the Southwest, right? So Southwest got the star number 7. So again, Southwest, the star number 7. Again, traditionally, the star number 7 represent those robbers. So again, when you are a fighting army leader thingy, when you lose, you become a robber. That's the story lah, by the way. Right, so right. So then the star number 7 become the communication star, right? So begging for your life, that's communication. So last time is not something that is well taken, right? So they don't like star number 7. Right? So star number 7 is sneaky. Right, so right now, no lah. Right now, when we take a look at it, it's basically just a communication star. Right, so it's a communication star. The palace is Earth Palace. So Earth Palace produced star number 7. Right, so the star number 7 right now is being supported by the palace. Right, so and you have the star number 8 there. So star number 8 basically is access to resources or what you want to call money lah. So people say this wealth star. So actually, star number 8 is just hardworking. So you are working very hard on your communication. Good, right? Not bad, right? So by the way, the negative side is called talking too much. That's it. Negative side is trying too hard in terms of talking, right? So if you are using this entire platform that you have, right? So again, the Southwest is basically where the army camp is, right? Yeah, Southwest is where the army camp is, or the farm, right? So to control a large group of people, you need communication. So in the army, what they do is that they have drums. Right? So how do they make the army march from one place to another? You cannot be there talking to them. You can't even see the people who's at the end. But how does the people at the end know when to start walking? It's the drum. Right? It's the drum. So this one represent the what we call maybe the CEO vision is going to call it. But anyway, it is good for you to develop a way to communicate with the masses. Right? Mass communication technique. Right? So if you are putting this energy into the correct direction, which is to train yourself on how to communicate with the masses, how to do choice of word, right? So you get a lot of opportunity to basically go and practice. So that makes you a better communicator in the end, right? The negative side is, you might be talking too much. Right, so if you are not improving your conversation between one conversation and another conversation, then you are just simply opening your mouth, lor. Understand or not, right? So that's basically the not too good part of stuff, right? So just be careful of that, right? So again, South, which is where star number 5 is. We don't like star number 5. When star number 5 and star number 6 combined together, it's called dictator. So it's called crazy warlord. Dictator, crazy warlord, all this kind of thing. Ask mommy for money, can, right? So that 87 is actually a very good one to you see, I ask people for money is the same thing you holding a knife and you give me all your money. That is also ask people for money in a very nice manner, right? So that's why you can see that they don't really like star number 7. Right, but anyway, right? So the star number 5. So the star number 5, the problem with star number 5 is that it's just temperamental. Temperamental means that one moment is okay, another moment it goes down. So the problem is when it goes down, a lot of people cannot afford the going down. Yeah, right. So for a multi-billion dollar tycoon, star number 5 is nothing to them because even if it goes down, it doesn't go down to zero. But for us normal folk, you can hit the proverbial floor very easily, and a lot of people doesn't know how to stand back up when they hit the floor. So that's why we don't really encourage people to use the star number 5 at all. And plus, right now that it is in the South Palace, it is further being aggravated, charged by it. Right, so this one causes the star number 6 to go a bit crazy since the Earth produces the star number 6. Right, so the advice here, as the hexagram said, waiting, is again chill cool down don't need to take action so far. Right, so this one causes you to make a lot of mistake decision. Right, mistake decision. Right, so like for example, right, so the Excalibur, right? So Excalibur, is basically a sword inside a stone, right? So the entire idea is waiting for King Arthur to come and pull it out, right? So the entire idea right now is, there's an Excalibur, right? So on the, stone here, right? So it's waiting for the right people to come. So who are the right leader that can actually work in such a high pressure circumstance? Right, by the way, a leader that's very good in high pressure circumstance usually is very lousy during peace one. A leader that's very good during peace is very lousy during chaos situation. So there are no such thing as a good leader. Right? There's only a suitable leader for the period time that is. So should you be playing with this energy? No. Don't. Right? Don't play with this energy. Right? So that's the temperamental energy is in the south law. So you should right now already you should pay some attention to the south, especially if that particular area is important. It's a bedroom, it's a kitchen, it's your door, is your house sitting position. Like for example, my house next year south is the sitting position is 5 yellow, which means that entire year cannot do any activation. So I won't be doing any activation for the entire year. So entire cannot do any activation, which means that the house is basically, technically speaking, is called not too supportive of activity. And so, like that, then how? Nothing lah. How that's it. That's all. Very easy. Right. So then we go to the southeast. Southeast got the star number 9, which is the default timely star, for the entire period of number 9. Right? So the star number 9 is the main character, right? So you want to call the main character. Right? So it doesn't mean good or bad. Right? So the star number 9 is in charge of attention. It's actually celebrative energy. Right? In charge of attention, celebrative energy, right? So when you combine with number 1, right? So number 1 is spreading. So you are spreading the celebrative energy to everybody. So when you do that, you appear to be happy, positive. People want to join your bandwagon. Magnetic, you become magnetic. People want to join your bandwagon. People want to do that. So okay lah, good lah, right? So it indicate your ability to gather people together. Right? So people see your excitement. People want to come. It's like Coachella. Right? Coachella, everybody want to go. Right? So 9-1 also is combo 10. Combo 10 has to do with the entire idea of working together, collaboration together. Right? So if you want to gather a group of people, Southwest would be a good thing. Right? So now same thing now. So please do what we call take a look at your house southeast, and then ask yourself, what are the things that I want to do next year that elevate my position so that people sees me, right? So definitely for those of you who are aiming for a promotion, you need star number 9. Promotion is promoted by star number 9, not star number 8. Star number 8 only allow you to be hardworking, right? Too many people misuse the star number 8, and the effect is basically not there. What they want and what the star does not match. So like star number 9 give you attention. So you give you attention if you are somebody who is unable to deliver the attention, will have problem lah, right? Missing southeast, right? So kitchen is in the south. Kitchen in the south, then I will advise you not to cook next year lah, or just move the stove to somewhere else to cook lah. That's it. Very easy one. Just move the bloody stove. And it's just the stove that is giving the problem anyway. Move it to another sector. Move it to your south sector, okay ma? Move it to the southeast sector, okay. Very difficult for sector to be missing one. Just tell you first. Right? You probably have a sector that is a little bit small than normal. Right? It's very difficult for the thing to be missing, unless it's a L shape. L shape then can be missing. If not, very difficult for it to be missing. Right? So for those of you who want additional attention, you want people to see you, whether you're good or bad, up to you. Right? What do you mean that the front of your house is in the south? No, the back of the house, dear. My house is sitting on south. When you are sitting on 5 yellow, no activation. Any activation you do will trigger the 5 yellow. When your house is sitting on south, okay? All right, so now we go to the east. Now the east is where the star number 8 is lah. Good star number 8 and star number 9 is people finally see your hardworking. Now hardworking people don't see is useless one. The 9 and 8 combination is mean that people finally see your hardworking. So the hexagram also is beauty hexagram. So people now appreciate your contribution, right? So now again, I tell you the negative part first. This one is negative when you are in a job condition. So what happens when everybody find out that you are the best worker? All the work go to you. Understand that? That's how it works. Right? So you're the boss. You got a task. There's 2 bugger here, who do. One is, exceptionally well at getting the work done. Another one is bloody useless. So what do you think? You give it to who? You give it to the useless guy and get yourself into trouble? You don't do that, if you're a boss. You give it to the guy that, is... And would you promote this guy that can get the work done? Once you promote this guy, right? What happened? Who's going to do the work? It's going to fall to the useless guy hand, right? You promote the fella, right? Would you promote this guy? No. Okay. Right. So that's why a lot of times, but I'm very good at my work. Why I don't get the promotion? The very reason why you don't get promotion is that you're the only fellow who can get the work done. If I promote you, then no one is going to do the work. That's why you're not going to get promoted. So for you to get promoted, you need to do what is that? You need to be able to make other people able to do all the work that you are doing, then only you'll be able to get promoted. Because right now, I only feel safe that, to leave you. If not, I'll get you stuck there forever. That's how it works, right? Your entire concept of hardworking should get promoted is basically completely wrong in the working environment. Too bad lah. Okay, right? The back of the house I got it. Okay, cool. Right. So now if you want people to see or not, like this sort of combination, I said that is pretty good. I just do it. Right. A lot of time I tell you hardworking, you better be careful of hardworking, and also be careful of your personal health when it comes to hardworking, because why? As you are working, you are not resting. Right? Especially when all the work is dumped to you, right? So I got friends, who work very hardworking, until 11, 12 o'clock also haven't finished working. I say, oh, because there's nobody can do this particular work, So yeah, right. So I confirm to you, the moment you get into hospital, suddenly if you found out that somebody else can do your work, right? And then your company get rid of you, stuff like that. So before that happen, you better be careful, right? So if your reward scheme basically reward you on the work of amount that you have done, then this combination is super good. Right? As in, your sales, your businessman, the more customer you see, the more closing you do, the more commission you get. This combination is good. But if you are an office staff, you might want to be careful. All right. So that's basically the advice. Then the last palace is the Northeast. So Northeast, you got the star number 4, right? So the academic star. Right? So the academic star, but unfortunately for this year, it is paired together with star number 5. 5 is Northeast this particular year. So the academic star, together with this, not really the best. Because why? The star number 5 do not like to be counted. Right, so you can see that the hexagram advice is an observation advice. Observation advice means that other people fight, you just stand around. Easy enough, right? You see other people fighting, don't try to become a hero. Right, so it's you don't go and stand at moral high ground and try to reason. This one is like trying to deal with a tantruming child. No amount of logical explanation is gonna be able to control a tantruming child. I hope you have what we call deal with tantruming child before lah. So my tantruming child is gonna be chased out of the house already very soon. She's not looking forward to it. Right, but anyway, that is basically the deal, right? So now any single chaotic things also can be used as a lesson, right? So you can basically learn a lot. So even in the most chaotic situation, right? So there's a lot of things that you can learn from it. So star number 4 is the start of learning, right? So the entire idea right now is to be able to pull yourself back so that you don't participate in the petty drama and fight. So you are there basically to look at the entire drama. Anyway, you are learning. Right, you're learning what work and what not work in the entire chaotic situation. Right, so it is there. Right, so now to me, should this be activated? No lah. Right, so there's a lot of way to learn. You don't need to put yourself into the most uncomfortable circumstance to learn. Right, so this is like learning how to swim. You can sign up for a class, or you can wait for your friend to kick you into the water. Or just for the current situation, don't wait until flood only you go and learn how to swim. It's basically all the energy, right? So the idea is very simple. Choose the energy that is best suited for the activity that you're performing and activate the energy. If you're not performing this sort of activity, then don't go and disturb that particular energy, or else you have to handle it. Right? You have to handle the particular energy. And a lot of time, don't be greedy. So overall, if you take a look at it, this particular month, Southeast and East, these are the two energy good to use. So if you superimpose this to next year, right? You superimpose it to next year, the entire East, South, East, and also Northeast, this 3 sector is pretty potential in terms of being used for next year. Right? So because you got the star number 9, star number 8, and star number 4, all these 3 is very positive. So definitely you want to avoid South. Right, so Southwest, unless you're in the speaking industry, probably will be helpful. West, unless you like to argue with people, Northwest building potential, maybe yes, no, but it's a bit slow. Okay, star number 6, try not to use because the tree killing is there. Right, tree killing further amplified. Tree killing is a robbery haphazard energy. With the star number 6 is like somebody the gun is firing on your own foot. It's those type of situation. Right, so plan. So right now what you do is that you plan for your next year and you go and check out your house, your southeast. Now you see, applying flying star in the annual manner doesn't matter whether your house is facing this or that direction. Does not matter, right? So we are not trying to identify the natal chart of the house. Everybody, south is south as long as you know how to work the compass. South is south. So just go and find your southeast, go and find your east, and ask yourself, how you're gonna be able to activate that. Either you move your moving table there, or if you are the type that is very okay one, you can move your kitchen there, you can move your bed there. There's no way for you to move your door there. If you happen to already have a door in the southeast, you are one of those house landed got multiple door, right? So you see that southeast is a good door to use, then prioritize using that door, right? FengShui application is just not really that difficult, right? Activate the energy that support your activity for the year, whatever the span of the year, you find the correct energy to do, and every single month you do a little bit of tweaking. So this is like the airplane adjusting the direction. Airplane need to adjust direction when they're flying one, it doesn't fly on a straight line. Okay, right? So it's like tweaking the direction. Or this month, you need this energy. That month, you need the energy. Then you go activate the house energy every now and then. Right? That is in conjunction with the activity that you're going to be performed for the month. That's all in Feng Shui application. Don't make it too complicated. All right, guys. That's it for this particular. Wait. Okay, one final appearance. The star of the show want to appear. The star of the show don't know how to appear. So the props. Yes. What should everybody do?
Hello, bye-bye. And they should subscribe.
Yes, they should subscribe and also like and also comment, right? What's that?
One of them is missing.
You're so fast, you're spoiling. Right, so this is toothless and that is gutless. I'm not gutless. Okay, goodbye, guys. Bye-bye. You found where it is. Too bad, Too bad.
Please repair it.
I don't know how to repair this stuff.
Please send it to the repair station.
No. We're not sending this to the repair.